Hello my friends, I am taking you with me on this beautiful, finally spring evening in my hometown in Sweden. And I had a thought that I wanted to share with you about the whole routine thing. I know I talk a lot about it, I know a lot of people talk a lot about it, that you need to have a routine, you need to have a morning routine and an evening routine, and there's all these reasons for that. It's the way to regulate yourself, to regulate your nervous system, and to get your thoughts out, to care for yourself. There's so many reasons to have some kind of routine for yourself, but there was also something else that I wanted to actually point out. And I want to point that out because I've noticed that it's a lack in a lot of people. So having some kind of routine, like for instance, since I've been back, it's kind of been one of my routines to in the evening at some point go for a walk in this area. That's a little bit strange because it's actually a graveyard with a church that's been de-Christianed, so it's not Christian, it's nothing anymore because they can't afford it. So it's just a place, but a graveyard is a good place because it's one of the most quiet places you can find. So it's been my thing to do in the evening quite often after dinner. And what is really good is that when we have something that we always do every day, on top of all the other things that are really good reasons for whatever, what we do is that we notice from one day to the next how we're feeling, that we're feeling a little bit different, that there's subtleties. Like I can notice one day that I'm in a really good mood, or for instance, one day I can be like, oh my God, I can't really have the strength to walk today, even though I usually do. And why is this important? Well, I've noticed that a lot of people who are actually quite numb to how they feel, who are just having this like generalized unease inside of them. They feel unhappy, basically. They feel unhappy, but they don't really know, first of all, they don't know why. And they don't really know that they feel unhappy. It's kind of just like, isn't this just what I'll get? Like, is there more to this? And it's really hard to start to dissect what's going on with you. And so when you have a routine, you become acutely aware of the subtle changes every day. And you begin to learn actually to read your own signals. And you begin to notice patterns that can be linked to, oh yeah, I had that for dinner last night, for instance, and now I'm feeling like this today. Like I've been nauseous for a few days because I was eating maybe a little bit more like my parents do. And then today I decided to cook something that's more what I would eat. And I noticed a difference because I'm not nauseated. Anyway, they eat very healthy food, but they do have a lot of dairy in it, and I think that might be it. Anyway, you start to notice subtle changes with yourself, and it's this know thyself that I keep saying since a while, but it's so true because that's how we then begin to become aware of what's going on. And the first thing in order to change anything in life is awareness. If we don't have the awareness, obviously there's nothing we can do. This is why the automatic mode, our subconscious mind, is ruling everything because we're doing things that we are not aware of. That's the whole game of the subconscious. Anyway, that was a little bit of rampage. 3.5, 4 minutes. Wow. Thank you for listening.